Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra and you are in for a treat. All right, welcome and or welcome back to all my queerdos, weirdos, and brohos. This is another fun new makeup hangover. And you know, funnily enough, I am just a schmidgen actually hungover. Y'all, I have been working just like untold hours this week. It's been a nightmare. I'm exhausted. And for that reason, I think that is how I ended up with this weird Bratz doll lip. And we're just gonna move past it because I didn't want to redo it. So here we are. All right.
It's no surprise to me. I am my own worst enemy.
So for those of you who don't know, New Makeup Hangover is basically where we get to go back and sober, because I have a cup of coffee, because I love coffee. Chocolate cherry decadence, babes. So good. But we get to go back sober, talk about items maybe we didn't talk about, and also new releases to keep this thing nice and fresh, to keep the party consistently rolling like a fresh cinnamon donut. Is that what they're called? Is it a cinnamon roll? Why can't I remember words? It's so difficult. Anyways.
I can't remember what was said or what you threw at me.
I do this in concert with my dear friends, Theresa of Theresa's Dead and Emily Han, both pictured on either side of my ginormous head. I like to say that even though my head is small. Anyways, I am so lucky to get to do this with my friends on a weekly basis. So, you know, if you thought you were sick of me before, now you're definitely sick of me. Please be sure to watch their videos. They'll be linked in the description box below, as will not this look. This eye look was created using the Black Moxie Cosmetics Sweet Nightmare palette, which I saw in a New Makeup Nonsense bingo, and I was like, I should have this. And I will have a review about this coming shortly. And when I say shortly, who knows what that means, because I don't understand time and I don't have it. All right. Foundation is Valentino and concealer is Pat McGrath. Let us move into the party. All right, this week, because I am who I am as a person, I thought I'd start off with some of the new-ish that has been revealed or shown up. Yo, listen, we have to talk about this, or I have to talk about it, and you can listen however you want to view this, but this is what we're doing. So I saw that Urban Decay has revealed 3 mini palettes inspired by fan favorite naked shades, and they have Sin, Foxy, and Half Baked. I truly, listen, yo, why? I don't, so here's the thing. First of all, I don't understand how Sin is called Sin when it's so boring. Do you know what I mean? Like this is so boring. So, like, what's the sin? Is the boredom the sin? Maybe. Half Baked, I find weird, because if I'm thinking about Mary Jane, Marijuana, the Sweet Leaf, these are not the colors that I think about. They have her with like a gummy bear as if that's supposed to be like, edibles. But like, it's not even the right color. Like this gummy bear is kind of orange, and then the palette isn't that shade. Every one of these palettes is disconnected from its name. Like they're like Foxy. I don't feel like that's Foxy. You would probably want to switch those even make the Foxy and Half Baked should at least switch. Do you know what I mean? Like this doesn't. I don't get it, and it's just a retread of what they've literally already done. And I know that they're inspired by fan favorite shades, right? But like, it just doesn't compute. Like it doesn't compute at all. At all. I am confusion, and I've looked at this multiple times, trying to figure out if like it's me. So then I went into the comments because I was like, I'm on trend mood. I went into the comments because I was like, maybe it's once again one of those things where Audra is just living in Audra land, being, you know, a person with a Bratz doll lip for no reason. You know what I mean? And so I look here and I have by Jazegas. Why the packaging so fun and exciting while the inside is just so boring. Period. Thank you. I'm gonna do 2 more. Makeup Missa. It's actually a travesty at this point that Urban Decay have the gumption to release these. The outer packaging versus the inside is night and day, and they used to be the pinnacle of cool. Agreed. And finally, the third comment that I'm going to read, and listen, I'm just pulling these out of like here. Like Totally Maya said, this would have been it if the colors were vibrant. I love you, D, but these colors need to get a little sunshine in them. Yeah, I really feel like it's very weird and I don't get what's happening with them. I don't see how much they are. Like, I cannot fathom who was like, yes, let's put these out. And here's what I'm gonna say. I know that, you know, boring bitch ass basic palettes sell. I'm not gonna say that they don't. You know, everybody's not gonna buy this. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Here's the problem though. 1, these all look kind of eerily similar to one another. 2, I think that if you were a boring basic, you know, bitch ass and, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need space for all of us in this world, right? We all have to exist because otherwise what would makeup be? You know, we can't all be colorful fairy goth clowns, okay? But even if you were, I think that the outside packaging wouldn't necessarily be up your alley. Do you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like this doesn't see, like this, it just feels like nothing is connecting. It's like it's so disconnected. It feels like a simulation. That's what I'm gonna say. It just feels like a simulation. I'm gonna move on to the next thing, the next thing I can talk about. City Keller decided to release the 90s Whatever Forever 18 shade palette. And how much is it? Like $15? Oh, the palette is $14. And then there's a gloss that's $4, but you can get the bundle for $15. So first of all, obviously get the bundle. Don't trip, get the bundle, fam. It's so weird that the 90s are coming back. It's really weird. I love that Carla Castro 99 said, to be honest, no one in the 90s used those colors. And yes, that's actually very true. That like these were not the shades that anybody was using. Like I get what they're doing, like the color palette of the 90s, but like no one was using those shades. I get both sides of that conversation. Make sure you don't like anything on Trend Mood because then it'll just start showing you all her damn posts and you get pissed off. Anyway, I don't know. Like a lot of people said this. So Eternal by Brenda said the color story is giving Lisa Frank vibes, and I agree with that. I just don't feel like this is really giving like the 90s because listen, the 90s was very nudes, browns, maybe like a blue here and there, but it just really wasn't like this colorful. I don't feel like this kind of color palette really started until like Y2K, like we got in there, and I feel like that's where we really started kind of getting more neon and bright because like the rave culture was really popping off at that point in time because I would know. Saw DJ Dan Spin, Armand Van Helden. Listen, this broho was having a very good time in these streets. Like I was in LA just laying on speakers. Anyways, we're gonna move past it. But I don't know. I feel like this isn't the 90s. I think that it's cute, you know? I think it's a cute palette, but I don't think that it's 90s. I think that it's close-ish. I think that the way that here's the thing. I feel very much like the way that the girls are dressed, like the models in there, 90s. I don't feel like the palette is 90s. And so that's, I think, the weird thing. I feel like this has just been a very disconnected, is it me? Am I just too tired? I feel like this palette is disconnected from what it's trying to be. It's like, whatever, forever. Like, hold on, let me just, okay. Like, it was very, like, the 90s were very muted, like, muted purples. I also feel like very shimmery, sheer shades. It really wasn't, it was a very nude time. Like, this, like, Christina Aguilera right here, like that. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. You look at like Drew Barrymore, like this was, it was not, we weren't really doing we weren't really beating our faces then, honestly. It wasn't, like that wasn't what we were doing. We were honestly very muted then. I know people don't, but it was like a very muted, like browns, brown eyeshadow. Like it was more about having like a beautiful lip than it was anything else. It just really wasn't bright. And I think that it's very weird that they did this like bright ass palette to be like 90s, whatever, forever. And I'm like, are you talking about the era where we had brown lip liner? Like you could wear glitter, you know what I mean? But it just wasn't. It just weren't. It just wasn't 90s. Like I remember this era. The Angelina Jolie, like that gray, like that eyeshadow look she has on, that was the 90s. That was the eyeshadow look so many people put on. Period. So I think the palette's cute or whatever, you know what I mean? I think it's cute. I just don't think it's 90s. I think that they maybe should have just called it something else, or maybe just been like Y2K baby, or, you know, something like that. But they're capitalizing right now on, you know, my youth, which is not working on me. I think it's cute though. I think it's cute. I might pick it up, actually. You know what? If you want to see me pick this bitch up, a butterfly in the comments. Por favor. Let us move forward to another new product. So y'all, there was a tease, I feel like last week, about Haus Labs. And then they're going into Sephora, and now it's like supercharged clean artistry makeup. I cannot even begin to tell y'all how fucking sick to death I am of clean makeup. Clean skincare, clean makeup. I am sick of it. I tell you, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. What does that even mean? It's just words. I'm just like, I can say words too. I can put a bunch of words in front of things. Ooh, girl, do you see how my ponytail even got mad? I feel like it's just so like awkward. I don't know. I just look at this and I absolutely hate the way that we keep using the word clean. Like what the fuck does clean mean? Does it mean anything at this point? Are we just saying the word clean and like expecting people? Because it can mean literally anything. I'm looking right here. Tania Hines said exactly what I said. What does it actually even mean though, aside from a rebrand, new packaging? Exactly. So here's the thing. I'm looking like Punky Brewster right now. I'm gonna live for that. Wait, we've moved on from like to like Punky. Although Soleil Moon Frye, interesting life. We'll talk about that one day. But it's like they're just doing a rebrand, because I honestly, from jump, I think that the idea to sell Haus Labs on Amazon exclusively wasn't a good idea, because Amazon is not really known for fresh products. So I do want to say that. And I don't know. I just didn't love that. Especially for people who don't want to shop Amazon and have made a very like, you know, concerted effort or concentrated effort. I feel like you can use both words interchangeably and they do mean the same thing, but I could be wrong. It's rare, but it happens. Anyways, I do feel like you could do that. And that would be fine, but I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Yo, this highlight is popping. Okay, anyways, we're gonna move on, but like, ooh, girl. Beauty Bay is releasing the Techno Days palette, and I can't stop laughing because this palette already exists, and I have it. It's not called Techno Days, but it is a mix between their pastels and their Utopia palettes. Like, I might be sleep deprived, right? I might be exhausted, but like, I'm not losing my mind. You know what I'm saying? But it is $11.50 for the 8 shades. I don't get it. They already have this. Like, I like Beauty Bay, right? I do like Beauty Bay. I'm not gonna take away from that. However, it already exists and it's making me feel kind of like wonky. They also have brushes. Man, it's noisy today. They also have a brush set that goes with it, and it's $17.50. I actually really like their brushes. Like, they're not like, you know, anything to write home about, but they're nice. They're easy to use, and I'm a fan. And then they have a jelly lip oil. So like, I would get that $14. Like, I would get everything but the palette and the liners. I don't want those because I don't use water activated liners enough. So, but you have this palette. If you have the other one, you have it.
There's a cigarette still burning.
Ooh, I did want to give an update since the last time that we talked about it. I did want to let y'all know I have managed to secure the Sugar Drizzle MILF palette. So, I did manage to secure that. I'm very excited. Well, Emily managed to secure it on my behalf while I was working, but like, I do have that coming. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna try to do more like just playing with makeup on my channel and just playing with it and whatever. I can't decide how I'm gonna do it, but I'll figure it out. But that is coming. Also, if you want to use my code to purchase from Sugar Drizzle, it's code Audra, which is like right here. No, don't get excited. It is an unaffiliated code, and I did ask for it that way purposefully. So don't go like, don't do any of the things. I purposely don't want it to be affiliated. Thank you. And it is here, Audra. You save 10% off. So, you know, anytime you want to get something from Sugar Drizzle, I don't make any money, you save money, and we both have a good time. Okay, there is one thing that I didn't talk about, and that is the MAC and Stranger Things collab. And here is the thing. First of all, I haven't watched the show. I think I tried to watch it and I was immediately bored. Don't get mad at me. It is what it is. I need to be like, Audra, that seems like it's right up your alley. It wasn't. It wasn't. I started watching it and I was like, well, I need to find something else to do. It was very quick. Like, yo, I'm sorry. I know that there's a whole fandom of like, we love Stranger Things, and it's not me. So anyway, I don't know if this collab even manages to like touch what the show is about. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't like the packaging for one of the palettes. And the reason I don't is because it makes all the shades look really, really dull. It's the one that's like black. It's making all the shades look super dull and uninteresting. Nuh-uh, sir, get down. Do not start. Don't start. Don't start. Anyways, whenever I'm home, especially, he knows better than to grab my fucking bare ass legs, sir. I do like the lippies, the lip things, the lippers, the lippies. Why can't I use words today? But yeah, I feel like the colors of the outside could be one, but the inside, because I feel like on both of these palettes, the inside is somehow making, unless the shades just are dull, you know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? Unless the shades are just dull and I'm somehow missing that, because I feel like they're dull. Like, it looks dull. In every photo I've seen, it just looks dull. No, it is very lackluster. They're showing these swatches. Wow, this is very low effort. You know? They're getting like, here's the thing about these collabs lately, y'all. They're getting to a point with collabs where they're just like, we're just gonna slap the name on it and move on. And here's the thing, I feel like the last time I saw such low effort from MAC was their Sims collab. Don't get mad, but like, yeah, this is very low effort. I just feel like it just looks like the swatches even look kind of patchy and sad. This looks so depressing. I don't know why it's making me sad. Oh, I'm gonna have more coffee and like stop getting depressed, because it's seriously like, I'm like, oh, that's Yo, okay, so here's where things get a little weird for me. not even weird. It's just, it's business as usual, I guess, for Morphe. So in an effort to like make sure that you didn't forget that they make these ginormous fucking palettes, Morphe came back and they were like, oh no, we got you, babes. We are releasing the biggest, like, most ginormous palette. Yeah, it's a 35U and it's their Gilded Desert Artistry palette. I have disliked these 35 pan palettes for a very long time. As they're like deep metallics, toasty terracottas, cool tone neutrals, and sultry nudes. And here's the thing, again, be neutral, live your best neutral life. But here's my problem. I feel like there are so many shades in here that are dupes, and they really could have done like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could have made this a 15 pan palette that would have been gorgeous for people who still purchase Morphe. No judgment, no judgment. Live your best life. But for people who still purchase Morphe, it would have been fine. But I feel like they made this like huge ass palette with so many shades that repeat. And you can literally see them kind of even close to each other repeating. Even the shimmers, some of them are repeating. It just, to me, doesn't make any sense to have that. Now, I will say this about Morphe. Their bronzer formula from the last time I tried it is really, really nice. So if you want to get one of them, I would maybe get like Mocha Moment. I actually do like their bronzer formula. It's quite nice. I have to be a person to say that, because even if you don't like what something stands for, it doesn't mean you can't be fucking honest about the quality of the product. The bronzer formula was really nice, but I'm just gonna say, I don't understand why they are insisting on hanging on to this big ass palette. And I think that the issue too is if you were a neutral babe, and especially if you're a neutral person or you're just trying to start into makeup, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you my little story. When I first started trying to get into makeup, obviously it was 2016 before I knew about the whole debacle, right? So of course I bought 2 giant Morphe palettes, right? And I remember being so completely overwhelmed by like how fucking big they were. It was just like, what look do I make? You know? And like, yes, there's the 4 square, blah, 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 but there was just so much. It was difficult for me to even like kind of figure out what I wanted to do. So I don't think that's good. And I also feel like this looks like all of their neutral palettes. It's very weird. And Tanya XDS said it the best. The same brown palette over and over. Yeah, I don't get it. I think that, you know, if you want to be excited, you know what I mean? Like if you want to get your nipples hard, this is not it. This isn't gonna turn you into somebody who's like, bitch, But you know, I think the highlighter and the bronzers will be fun. But I just don't, I think that they need to let go of it, because that orange dripping gold and the sunset gleams, listen, if you want me to be a clown and get the bronzer and the highlighters, just let me know by dropping a clown emoji, and I might just do that, because I'm excited. Theresa, just so that you know, love, you probably should not get the bronzers. It has coconut oil in it, and I'm just calling that out for you. All right. I'm like, have as much fun as you want with the highlighter, but do not get the bronzers. So one thing I didn't talk about, because I don't fuck with P. Louise like that. But I guess she dropped these like ginormous palettes, and like we had a sneak peek of these new big ass palettes. That was May 3rd. Jesus, what is it now? 15th? Today's the 15th when I'm filming this. Okay. I'm not into it. Here's the thing. I won't purchase from them because I don't really like the way that they handle shit. Not a thing for me, but like, I just don't like this. Like, I don't know. I don't like the concept. I don't like pink. Not like that. I don't like pink like that. I don't like palettes. I don't really like my palettes to be that big, and I don't really want to mess with the brand. I can also see like looking at this, that there's a lot of shades that are quite similar. And I know I buy palettes to do the same thing. And you know what? I'm a clown for doing that as well. I hate it because then I get it on my face and I'm like, oh wow, this looks remarkably similar to that other palette I have. Well, but part of what I do is try makeup. So that's that on that. I just feel like just looking at the green right here, is this like a devil's palette? Like what is it? They're like, it's a sneak peek coming soon. Okay, well, did it come? Because I didn't. All right. I'm going to hell. Another quick thing I wanted to talk about is like Juvia's Place released the Nubian Earth collection, which is weird. You know, here's what I'll say about this. This is what Morphe was trying to be and failed, right? Morphe did, you know, Juvia's Place did in 12 shades what Morphe insisted on doing in 35. I think that if you're a neutral person and you don't mind purchasing from Juvia's Place, then I think you'll enjoy that. I don't, but if you want to, that's your business. I will not be coming to your house and judging you or snatching the palette out of your hands or slapping you across the face, even if that's something you're into and you use the safe word. But I think that it's pretty. I mean, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I think that if you want a neutral palette, this is a good place to start. Excuse me. If you wanted a neutral palette, this is a nice little neutral palette. It's got mostly shimmers. So here's the thing that I am gonna say. If you are a neutral palette lover, but you don't like a lot of shimmer, then absolutely not. Because I feel like it only has, looking at it, 4 matte shades, and the rest of it is shimmer. The rest of it is a shimmer party. So if that's not what you're into, I wouldn't pick it up, but I think it's really pretty. I think that Juvia's Place is on their shit. Their gloss formula is actually very, very nice. I enjoy them. Their lipstick formula, and also I think very nice. I believe I have some. Do I have some? I think I do. Anyways, I need to really look through my collection and see what the hell I have. Oh, and the engraving on it is weird. The engraving on the lipstick I find weird, personally. I think it's weird. And the only reason I think it's weird is because, like, for some reason it reminds me of them fuzzy lipsticks and I just can't get past it. I'm like, Jacqueline, hello? I know. We're never going to let her live it down. I know. You're like, when will everybody... Never. Never. You know why? Because of how she handled it. If she'd handled it well, we would let her live it down, but she didn't, so... I'll be making my jokes. So the Kendall and Kylie collection, they're, what is it, number 2, number 17, who cares? You know what I mean? It's a collection that they made where they put their faces on it. And as Theresa affectionately, consistently talked about how gross it was, like, we're siblings, VC Andrew shit. Yeah. First of all, these brushes that they have in here, because I feel like they're going to be stupid expensive for no reason. Don't do it, okay? You know what I mean? Don't buy these brushes. Get some e.l.f. Wet n Wild Beauty Bay brushes. Back in the day, I don't know if you still, BH Cosmetics brushes. There's a multitude of brushes that you can get that are going to be fantastic, fabulous. You're going to have a good time. It's going to be a wonderful, fun time. Why? Okay, first of all, I don't want her eye, like, I know it's on the packaging, right? But I don't really want Kylie, like, I don't want her eye, like, imagine you walk into your bathroom, like, you've set this up, and then, like, you're like her eye is just at you. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's not on the actual packaging. That's just really creepy. I don't like it. I don't like it. Please stop. So then they revealed it, right? I feel like this week or something, and it's in, like, some... one of them damn videos, one of them reels, which, okay. So they reveal the palettes, and because it's like the mauve and the bronze, which I don't know what you mean, because they are the same. The shimmers are slightly different, but it's literally the same palette with, like, different shimmers. I also really hate that they're using all this AAVE in the shade names. Like, can y'all just, like, stop vulturing the culture for a second? No, I know they can't. It's too hard. But like, oh, she cute. You see what I'm saying? Pop off. It's just weird. I'm sorry, I don't get it. What is the formula like? Somebody tell me, has anybody bought anything from Kylie Cosmetics? Has anybody bought anything from them? Like, because here's the thing. I think I have the Kylie Cosmetics concealer. I like it, right? I bought that on a drunk shopping. I do actually like that product. It's nice, but I can't fathom buying their eyeshadows. They look terrible. You know what it also reminds me of is, oh my God, why are her lips just like so in my face? Anyways, I'm just gonna move this way. Like, you know, Makeup by Mario, right? Like the same kind of packaging. Is it just me? So I don't get it. Oh my God, XO_Cesario. Yes, definitely giving me Makeup by Mario vibes. Y'all, my memory. I feel so good when I say something and then I look at the comments and then y'all say it too and I'm like, bitch, I am kind of sane. So like, I don't get it. I don't think it's cute. It's gonna sell, obviously, because they're not selling makeup. They're selling like an aesthetic. They're selling, you know what I mean? Like, they're not trying to sell good products, because if they were doing that, they would have done that a long time ago. They're literally just trying to sell a very particular aesthetic, which is like, you can be us, which you can't, you know? I also want to be. I wouldn't trade anything for that. You know what I mean? I would rather always be me. If the choice was like, be Kendall or Kylie or be me, I'm gonna be me. And I know people are like, oh, they have all that money. I would rather be poor. Thank you. Harsh. Anyway, that is it for this week's edition of New Makeup Hangover. We will be back next week with new makeup nonsense bingo. In between times, if there's anything that you would like for me to talk about, make sure you @ me on the gram, right? Because I can check that and go look, and I've been trying to pay more attention to Instagram as of late. So @ me at the gram on products that you think you want me to talk about, and I will keep those in mind. Also, make sure you go and check out Emily and Theresa's videos if you haven't already. If you're here from either one of their videos, hi. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, my patrons and my channel members. Thank you so much. If you are a new channel member and you do not see your name scrolling here, hit me up so that way I know and I get that fixed, because like it's a little more difficult on the YouTube to fix it than it is on the Patreon. So it's not a big deal, but I just want to make sure I have your name on there. All right. Without you all, I would not be able to create this content the way that I do, and also take time in between the bits of content that I'm able to create and edit and all of that stuff, just due to my schedule. So I thank you all so much. And yeah, that is it. Remember, it costs $0 to be kind. It's so good for your soul, because if you don't take care of it, I am sure shit coming for yours. Until next time, XOXO. Gothic girl. I don't know why I decided on this Bratz doll lip. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like there's like men guiding men to destruction, and I need to see it. Be right back. You know what's funny? I didn't do this on purpose, but like my shirt matches. Oh my God, yes it is, man. It's parking. If there's one thing I love, my shirt literally matches my cap. Jack, this is the whole. I also, oh my God, I have on my Jack socks too. It is watching two cishet men try to like do a parking space thing. It was like, okay, just keep coming back. I promise you're gonna make it, man. You're gonna make it. Keep coming back. You got about 47 feet. Okay, now you got like, and I'm wearing shorts. Don't tell anybody. Oh God, I'm too old. Also, the shorts are really tight. Anyways, we're gonna stop now, because we're like fucking destroying our being. 31 feet, man. You can do it. You go, bam. Anyways, now that I'm done being a nosy ass bitch.